Good evening, everyone. I will call the September 1st meeting 2022 of the Historic Districts Commission in Concord to order. Welcome to the September 1, 2022 meeting of the HDC. The Commission will review one continuance and two new applications this evening, and at the end we'll conduct other businesses. We're conducting this meeting as a hybrid session in accordance with the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Executive Order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law. The public can attend this meeting in person and may access this call through both telephone and video conferencing. Members of the public will have an opportunity to ask questions and provide public comment on applications and discussions following the petitioner's presentations and questions from the Commission. To do so, please raise your hand and you will be called to speak. Those attending remotely, please use the raise your hand in the participant function of the Zoom meeting platform. If you're calling in and cannot use the platform, you may raise your hand by dialing *9. Our host will mute microphones of those not speaking to preserve bandwidth and may need to turn off video, except for the commissioners, the host, and the current applicant. I will call on each commissioner for comments on an application and then open the meeting for public comment. Once there are no more public comments, I will ask for a motion from the Commission to continue, to approve with conditions, or to reject. A second, and then conduct a roll call vote. Once the Commission has acted on an application, the applicant is free to leave the meeting. We will do now a roll call of the members of the Commission. Kate Charton.
Here.
Dennis Fiore.
Here.
Catherine Mast.
Here.
Henry Moss.
Here.
Peter Novelli.
Here.
Melinda Shumway.
Here.
And Luis Berzetti. I'm here. So voting members will be the three commissioners, the three full commissioners, Peter Novelli, Melinda, and then Dennis Fiore and Catherine Mast will be appointed as voting members, as well as myself. So this morning was a site visit of the Concord Academy, which is 166 Main Street. And I understand that Peter, Henry, and Dennis were there. So I'm gonna call upon them first, after the applicant has presented the project, to make comments, and then the rest of the commissioners. So I'm gonna ask either Don Kingman or Tom Kearns if they want to make any comments on the site visit from this morning and about any feedback they may have received. Welcome to the meeting, Tom.
This is Don Kingman from Concord Academy. I think we had a good site visit to explain to the commission members who were present what our plans were, and we feel like the application has the information in there, so we'd like to open it up for questions, if you might, and allow us to respond to those.
Thank you very much, Don. Do you have any comments, Tom?
No, I think that was perfectly stated. Thank you.
Okay, then I'm gonna start with the three usual suspects, which are going to be Dennis, Peter, and Henry. Dennis, any comments?
No, the only comment would be that as we said last week, this is a very thorough application, very well done, very well laid out. And I think that our visit today just to verify that. It was good to be there, good to see the spaces. The questions I might have had, I believe were answered. So at this point, I don't have anything further to add.
Okay, thank you very much, Dennis. Peter.
I'll echo what Dennis said. I think it's an exemplary interface with the town. I think the application is excellent. I think you're demonstrating through your design some of the forward thinking. I think that other folks in other entities in town could learn from the wildflower meadow, the careful composition of view corridors, and the architecture itself. So I also had all my questions answered. I thought it was a very useful tour. We looked at different views. So I really, frankly, look forward to the next phase of the project and have nothing kind of useful to offer at this point. I know we are going to check in at some later phases just to sort of check in on how the design's going. But thank you again for the time and the tour. And I'll pass the baton to Henry.
Thank you, Peter. Henry.
I agree with comments from Dennis and Peter. I found it very helpful to, in terms of scale and proximity. And I also want to thank the architects and the school for taking the trouble to flag actual locations of the corners of buildings that are being moved and so forth. It helped understand what one will see looking from Main Street particularly. And I also applaud the notion that the campus isn't really expanding, but is certainly reconfiguring itself, I think, in some very convincing ways. I look forward to the development of the project.
Thank you, Henry. Kate.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I missed the site visit, although I was at Concord Academy engaged in other student business since my daughter's a senior there. But from what I reviewed, I mean, you know, John Kingman always just does a great job with these applications, and it's, you know, it's a really well thought out expansion and utilization of the space they've got. So no questions.
Thank you, Kate. Catherine.
Yes, I also was not able to be at the site visit this morning, but I have reviewed all the application materials thoroughly, and I echo what Peter and Dennis have said already, that the viewpoint and sightline considerations, just the considerations all around, I think the balance and use of the materials and finishes specified excellent, obviously well in keeping with what's already been developed at Concord Academy. And you know, the night sky, the lighting, rendering of the night lighting was very informative and convincing to me in terms of reassuring me about, you know, that aspect of light pollution in the evening. And I thought it was, you know, looked very good. So I too think it's an excellent application. That's all I have to add.
Thank you, Catherine. Melinda.
I too was not able to visit the site this morning, but this is like the third time around we've seen these guys, and it's been great every single time. So I really don't have any questions, but my one question is, this is a massive project for school. I mean, you've got a lot of stuff going on here. I'm just curious, when do you plan to start? I didn't hear it when I reviewed the video today. And how long do you expect this to take?
So we would like to imagine that we could, this is a massive project. This is a big project. This is the biggest project the school's undertaken. We would like to think we could start this next spring and be ready almost in 2 years from that spring for completion. Weather conditions, we're going through 2 weather seasons which impact the schedule, but that's the goal at this time. About a 2-year construction schedule.
Thank you.
Thank you, Melinda. I as well didn't have the opportunity to walk around this morning, but I did walk around several times this week. And I want to echo what Henry just said, that I think that this is recasting the whole identity of the Concord Academy and making it much more imposing academic environment with a very well thought and very well designed sets of environments that invoke different aspects of the intellectual life, including the fact that you take care of the body, mens sana, corpore sana, so forth. So I think that it's a very good project. I am concerned by the complexity of it, but I'm looking forward to finding all the hurdles that we all collectively may encounter, and going through them successfully. So I think that it's a very good project. I will open the meeting now for public comment. Are there any public comments? Well, it's all watertight. Well, if there are no public comments, and if there are no further comments from the commission or from the applicant, I will ask for a motion from the commission to continue approve with conditions, or reject the application for 166.
So I will move that we approve the application for work to be done at Concord Academy, 166 Main Street, to relocate and rehabilitate two existing dwellings at 222 Main Street and the Ides Cottage, convert the existing attached garage at 238 Main Street into a dwelling unit, and other associated site improvements to the West Campus, including the construction of the new Performing Arts Center.
Peter, could I just correct you? It's 220 Main Street is the building we're moving,
Oh.
222.
Sorry, 220 Main Street. I stand corrected.
A second?
I'll second it.
Okay. So I'm going to go around with the voting members. Dennis,
Aye.
Catherine,
Aye.
Peter,
Aye.
Melinda,
Aye.
and I'm an aye as well. So congratulations.
Well done.
Thank you very much for your time.
This project has the highest ratio of construction to time spent in deliberations ever.
I'm telling you, it's exemplary.
Well, hey, thank you to the commission. This is a fantastic working board, and we really appreciate it. And I think all the projects are improved given all your good work. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, we'll
Well-
see you on campus.
Okay, now we have to start buzzing by with the precedent we have set. The new public hearings are Lou Jarrett of Revolution on behalf of Joel Rodman, 505 Barrett's Mill Road, Barrett's Farm Historic District, to install a solar array on the roof. Is the applicant here? Yes, I see something.
Yes, I'm present.
Okay, if you please identify yourself just for the recording.
Sure. My name is Lou Yared. I'm with Revolution. We're a Burlington-based solar installation company. We actually recently just celebrated our 10th anniversary. The particular project that we appear before you for is 505 Barrett's Mill Road. It is a rooftop solar project. The panels are top of the line panels that we sell. They're all black. They're designed pretty much to blend into a roof surface. They're also positioned in the back of the building unless you're really looking for it, you won't even notice it from the street. That's pretty much the end of it. I feel intimidated following such a well-prepared presentation, apparently from the Academy. This is a relatively simple request, but I was going to introduce Dan Valenti. He's an associate of mine. He's the project developer for this particular thing. He can answer any technical questions or aesthetic issues you may have, but the photographs pretty much are self-explanatory that we provided to the commission. That's it.
Go ahead. Thank you very much, Joel. Dan, are you there, or who's next? You are muted.
Well, I'd be happy to have Joel Rothman, the the owner of the home speak as well, and maybe I can chime in a moment.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Mr. Chairman, members of the commission. My name is Joel Rothman. I own the house at 505 Barrett's Mill Road, along with my wife, Jean. She can't be here right now. She's putting our two kids to bed. With me, as you've heard, is Lou Yared and Dan Valiente from Revolution. And I thank you for your time in considering our application here, which I think should be pretty non-controversial. A little bit of background, two aspects of Concord really appealed to me and my wife and my family when we moved to Concord 6 years ago. One was the historic nature of the town. We love the history. I love the fact that we live so close to such important Revolutionary War sites. It's pretty cool. We love our center entrance colonial, even though it was built in 1992 and is not truly a historic building. Second, we're very concerned about the future of our planet and global climate change, and the fact that Concord has very robust sustainability initiatives dating back, over 10 years at this point, really appealed to us as we moved to Concord. Following the town's sustainability goals and their solar challenge, we are planning on installing a solar array on our roof. The solar array will generate enough electricity to cover all of our usage, to making our family, at least electricity-wise, net zero carbon emissions. We've built in a buffer as well, so as our electricity usage increases as the children get older, and we perhaps switch from burning fossil fuels to a heat pump heating system, we'll have enough electricity generated for that. From what I understand, and Dan and Lou might give some more background, our house is really uniquely situated. We've got a very large south-facing roof that can really capture a lot of the sun's power, as well as the smaller east-facing roof that we have. When we were looking at solar companies, I can tell you Revolution wasn't the cheapest, but they were, we thought, the best in terms of look and feel. We had the engineers out here. I was very concerned to maintain the historic aspects of the structure. We could have run the wires down the front, and it could have been less costly, but we decided on a different design where the wires are all going to be well hidden. They're going to be running through the center of the house and not shown at all from the front where the street is. As the notes that your administrator circulated mentioned, there is a newer public walkway that goes behind our house that was created after the house was built. But to the extent that is an issue, I'll note that the building directly east of ours is a town-owned garage that has their own solar arrays on top of it that are very visible from the public trail, as well as the farm next door to us has 3 or 4 giant tunnel greenhouses that also aren't necessarily historic. And more importantly, when our house was built, that wasn't a public way. So the rear of our house does not have a historic design. So any solar panels that would be visible from the rear really don't detract from any historic nature of our design. The historic aspects are in the front facing the street, and those are going to be untouched. You won't be able to see the panels from that view. That's all the public remarks I have prepared. As I said, the Revolution guys are here and they could talk to any of the technical aspects of the panels or the design or anything like that as well. But I thank you for your time, and I hope that you approve our project. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Joel. So I'm going to go around and ask Kate to make comments.
Oh, wait, can you hear me now? Okay.
Yes.
I do not have any comments. I think that Revolution created a decent array, and I have no questions.
Okay. Let's ask Dennis.
Do you have an illustration of what the panels look like? And do we have one of those?
It's in the application, yeah.
I did see it, but I did look at it, but can I see it again? Is it possible?
Oh, sorry.
That's okay, Peter.
Are you able to see it?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay.
You mean you want to see the panel itself, Dennis? That's page
So
5.
if there's a possibility of seeing a close-up of the panel itself.
I think it's page 5, I think.
9, actually.
9.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. That's the layout. Oh no, you're right. I passed it. It's 5.
Sorry, I'm just looking at it or on the other screen here.
Next page, please. Those are all the warning labels we're required to put down. That's actually the panel layout. That's just a rough map of where the panel is going to be. The next page is actually the specification sheet of the panels themselves. These are Solaria panels. They are all black. They're remarkable in how they blend into an existing roof. Sometimes you'll pass by them and not even know they're there.
Great, thank you. I don't have any comments.
Thank you, Dennis. Abigail, Catherine.
I would just like to see actually the image of the house and the roof, please.
One?
Yeah. So the panels are, so this back portion of the house, where is that new public pathway exactly?
So the house abuts the Barrett's Mill Farm, and the public pathway is the tractor path around the farm. So it goes along there's trees on our eastern border, and there are some trees on our south, but the path runs along the southern border of the house.
Okay. No, I think it's fine. No further questions.
Henry. Thank you.
Thank you. I have nothing to add to this.
Thank you, Henry. Peter.
I actually think it's a nice demonstration of our town's commitment to renewable energy. I actually have a question that's almost unrelated to this project for the solar folks. So the panels are always rectangular. Are there companies that are developing panels that would work with roof angles, or is that coming further down the road? I mean, I think this will look fine.
The panels, there are panels that are available that are actually square in shape. We tend to avoid them because they tend to be more expensive for less power generation. Our goal is always to be, as Joel put it, a net zero. We're trying to make sure that if we can feasibly help the customer eliminate their electric bill, then that's the overriding goal. Any other factors sort of detract from that. But,
and I will say these are well composed on the roof, I think, given the shape and size. I also want to thank Joel that you didn't have to wear a tie. We're a very informal group.
Yeah, I apologize for being overdressed. I'm a lawyer by trade, and I tend to wear a tie when I talk in public.
That's what we figured. But all right, well, thank you. I have no other questions or comments.
Thank you, Peter. Melinda.
I have no questions.
Okay, and I just want to say that see, I removed my tie to be informal in this meeting, so next time I'll keep it.
Oh man!
The only comment I would make is that there's a public way just behind the property. There's also the Aspet River just behind the property, and technically we could say that those are factors, but I don't believe that they operate in such way. I think that these panels the design of the panels has improved. And although I rather prefer something that would blend completely with the roof, I don't think that we can expect anything more than what it reasonably can be expected. So I don't think that there's absolutely any problem with this project, and I commend the property owner for their commitment to a net zero house. So I'm gonna open the meeting for public comments now. Are there any public comments? There are two public comments. The one in my screen first is Brad Dye.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, members of the commission. I am Brad Dye. I live at 1019 Main Street, and I am by this house on a weekly basis because my wife and I own a farm share at Barrett's Mill Farm. So we're very familiar with the property and the neighborhood. Thank you for your thorough review of this project. We hope that the application is adopted as presented. The only conceivable concern that I could possibly raise about this is seeing the panels from the fields of the farm, because they are completely invisible from the street, except maybe in the dead of winter, maybe you'd be able to see it from the far, far east. And even there, it would be completely unobtrusive. As somebody who, like Mr. Rothman, cares deeply about the environment and is worried about the existential threat posed by global warming to farms such as the Barrett Mill Farm and to our historic districts such as this one, it becomes all the more important in my mind to see neighboring property owners doing their share to get themselves to net zero. So thank you, Mr. Rothman, through you to Mr. Chairman. Thank you for your doing your part for our environment and for the long-term sustainability of this farm. It's important that we all recognize that our choices in historic districts will become much more difficult if we are not serious about our commitment to getting our emissions down. So please, as you look at this proposal and future ones, remember that our environment is the #1 priority in protecting these things that we value in our town. Thank you for your consideration, and thank you for your presumed yes vote on this application.
Thank you, Mr. Dye. Paul Grummer.
Thank you very much. My name is Paul Grummer. I live at 521 Barrett's Mill Road, which is right next door to the property. Thank you for the opportunity to speak this evening. I'm here because I'd like to note my support for the project. I'm a longtime resident of the Barrett's Mill Historic District. Because of that, I'm very grateful for the work of this commission. I think you do a wonderful service for our town and for our neighborhood in particular. I support this proposal because I think it does a very fine job of balancing the objectives of historic preservation with the other important objectives, such as increasing the use of renewable energy. As I understand it, the panels will not be visible from the street. Some may be visible from my house next door, but we have absolutely no objection to that. We hope very much that this project goes forward, and we hope that the commission approves it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Paul. I believe Dennis had a comment.
No, I didn't. Nope. No.
Oh, your hand is raised. Oh, maybe it's my hand that it's on your technology. All right. Well, if there are no more public comments, then I will ask the commission for a motion.
I will happily move that we approve the application for work at 505 Barrett's Mill Road in the Barrett's Farm Historic District to install solar arrays on the roof as presented by Lou Yared of Revolution on behalf of Joel Rothman.
Okay, do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, then I'll go with the voting members. Dennis?
Aye.
Catherine?
Aye.
Peter?
Aye.
Melinda?
Aye.
And I'm an aye as well. So congratulations.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Thank you all.
Thanks for coming by, and we look forward to strolling and seeing energy being saved.
Very soon, in fact, it'll happen. Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks. Have a good day.
All right, so I'm going to move to the next item in the agenda, which is a Jamie Moran of renewal by Anderson on behalf of Peter Gambino, 336 Lexington Road. I'm going to ask Anne Clifford to clarify whether this project was determined to be a replacement in kind extent for HTC review, or whether a public hearing is in order. Did we clarify that, Anne?
Yes, we actually determined that it that it is a replacement in kind and it does not need HDC review.
Okay, so do I need a vote to not consider this application as it is a replacement in kind? Well, I'll just go through all the members of the commission, and we'll agree that it's I'll ask from a vote from everybody. Kate, we're voting whether it is replacement in kind.
Yes,
So we're not going to consider.
So you need a vote for me?
Yeah, I want you to vote whether you agree that it's replacement in kind.
I do agree, actually.
Okay, Dennis,
I agree.
Catherine,
I agree.
Henry,
I think Henry said yes.
yes,
Yes.
Peter, Melinda.
Good. Yes, fine with me.
And I as well, so we will not consider the application as we have determined that it's replacement in kind. Thanks very much for coming anyway. And then we'll move to the next item of the agenda, which is other business, the minutes from 7/21. Our fearless secretary is not here, so we actually will be held to most likely lower standards. But I did review the minutes, and I don't see anything wrong with them.
I also reviewed them. I didn't verify dimensions and things, but they read very well as usual. So I'm willing to move to approve them.
Does any other commissioner have any other comments about the minutes from 7/21?
They looked accurate to me.
Okay. In the absence of comments, I'll ask for a vote to approve the minutes of 7/21.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Okay, Kate,
Aye.
Dennis,
Aye.
Catherine,
Aye.
Henry,
Aye.
Peter,
Aye.
Melinda,
Aye.
and I'm an aye as well. So are there any other issues that any commissioner may want to bring up?
That was a blisteringly fast meeting. Thank you.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Loving it.
Luis, I think you have not officially welcomed Kate back. This is her first meeting, correct?
No, I haven't
No.
officially welcomed Kate back because Kate hasn't told me that she's actually in the premises. You see, she operates from diverse backgrounds, and I sometimes speak to her in Italian. She answers, you know.
Oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. No, I did make it to one, and then I missed another, and then couldn't access the one after that. So a little rusty, as I
It's like a
marked.
I guess I missed those
bomber.
meetings. Sorry.
Yeah, stealth member. No, I am
member.
Because you're using the Italian keyboard. You got to switch back to the English keyboard.
Oh, that's why, and I'm using the different
Eccola.
time.
Mamma mia.
Oh, Laura, no wonder I keep
Davvero?
missing it.
Mamma
I'm 6
mia,
hours ahead.
And don't worry, we will forget about your problems with your keyboard as long as we are treated to a molto bottiglia di prosecco.
Well, you know,
Oh,
I
very
did
nice.
that when
Va bene,
I
va
brought-
bene. I couldn't agree
I
more.
brought champagne when Dennis came off the board, I think, the last time, and then I got reprimanded for it. So there's no open bottle action in
Oh
town.
my
Man,
God, Kate.
You got reprimanded for that? I didn't remember that. I guess it was.
Yes,
Yeah.
Dennis, yeah, I was a martyr really for you, for your
Well,
last.
Thank you very much. I
You know,
appreciate that.
Well, post-pandemic now, between open meeting law, COVID there's no more open bottle issue. We'll just go
Oh,
outside.
È una festività privata, no problema con la
No,
legge
molto problema.
dell'inquadramento.
At some
Well-
point, we want your view of garbage in Rome.
Oh my God, well, go to Naples is the answer, and you come back to Rome thinking it's like Concord. So,
Right, right.
Absolutely.
That's a
What
true-
Dennis
that's a
meant to
true
say
thing.
is that he wanted to go to the Testaccio, which is the garbage dump of the Romans.
That's right. Climb the hill.
On the Times did a big expose this week on garbage in Rome.
Well,
we're
I'm
glad
afraid
you're
that
back.
we have nothing more to discuss, so I will ask for a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I
So
move we
moved.
adjourn.
I'll second it.
Okay, Kate,
Hi.
Dennis,
Aye.
Catherine,
Bye.
Henry,
Hi.
Peter,
Bye.
Melinda.
Sorry, I, just kidding.
Aye.
And I'm an I as well. So, Anne, please turn off the recording.
Nice to
And
see
let
you
me
all.
bring the bottle of